everyone, this is your guy Jos Paul Jensen back with the tutorial session. So today we are going to learn much more about how to get started into actual web development. Now, before getting started, I let's give you guys just 2 minutes so that everyone could join. And if you join on this class, just ping me a message. Yeah. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening, all. Let's see. Yeah. Good evening, all. Good evening. We are just waiting for a single more minute, just so that everyone could join up into this class. Yeah. Good evening. Good evening. So yeah, I believe right now everyone are available in this class right now. Now, before I getting straight into the class, I would like to inform you guys one thing, and that is yesterday when the classes was about to disperse, the electricity board around here they cut me off of the electricity. So that's what happened between the class. I couldn't wind up the session normally. So if such a situation happens in today's class, just don't panic, just don't leave the class. It's because this issue that I have happened yesterday. I can't give any I can't give any rights on that, because if that situation happens today, I can't do anything on that. So please cooperate with me. I do believe many one of you have stayed in the class, just few of them left. But as I have mentioned yesterday, you could leave the class when I tells you that you can leave the class. So that's it. If such a situation happens today, just don't panic. Just stay in the class, stay calm, just take a break for 2 3 minutes as soon as possible. So I think it's time for us to start our classes back. Today's agenda. So today we are going to learn on how to get started onto GitHub. So what is GitHub, and how to get started into GitHub, how to create an account, how to deal with all this online available repositories, what's a repository and stuff like that. We'll get onto that, and then we will look upon a template, a website template that's available in a GitHub repository. So then we will download it and start editing on that template, so that we will get a clear idea on how to work with such projects out there on the internet. So let's get, let me just share my screen. So I've shared my screen. I think it's visible. So yeah, I think it's ready. So yeah, good evening, everyone. Good evening. I will be watching all of your comments. So as you can see here, I can read everyone's comments. So if you have any doubts, do ping me on the comment section. So yeah, let's get started. First thing that we are going to learn today is about GitHub. Okay, so what's GitHub? GitHub is a project that is launched by Microsoft itself. No, it's not actually launched by Microsoft, but right now GitHub is acquired by Microsoft. So GitHub is a large repository. It's a large group of people where we can submit, we can host our project so that others up the on the internet can visit that and cooperate with such projects. So we can, create open source softwares up there in GitHub. So for example, if I'm trying to create an open source software like VLC Media Player, like most of us would know what VLC Media Player. So if I'm trying to build a software like VLC Media Player, I could create the software and upload it on GitHub. So others like users like us, or developers like others, or developers like us can go get onto the repository, and then we can either support that repository by giving out code to them. We will talk about it. Is called a pull request. So when we submit a pull request, it's kind of accepting a request that we make to the developers of that project, so that the code will be updated. And way we can update the codes. So I will give you an example repository. It's called vi music. When we search for VI Music, we can see there are many other VI Musics up there. So you can just Google up VI Music GitHub. Oops. VI Music GitHub repo. So we will get the actual repository. Yeah, VFS. Yeah, this is the first. So what is this? VI Music, for those who are fed up with VI Music, is a great application that we can install on our smartphone that would give us YouTube Music for free. Like we don't need to add up for a subscription. It uses the YouTube API to fetch songs, and we can listen for VI Music. I personally use VI Music. I just love the service. So if you are fed up with Spotify, that you can't skip music, you can't there are many features locked, so only for the premium users that's available. So for those who guys who are looking for such an app that has most of the features of Spotify, I would recommend this app called VI Music from VFS Fit VNM. This is about this. So just go up here. You can, if you're a user, you can go up here and download it from either from Get F-Droid or from GitHub. So you can download software from here, or you can create a pull request such that I can update the code. So this is the updates that several others up on GitHub has made. So check this repository out for easily available music. So this is only available in Android right now. Sorry, iPhone fans up there. So how to get started on GitHub? So first things first, we need to create an account. For that, we need to go up here in this sign up. Now you should keep up with me. You should open this website on your laptop up there while watching this tutorial. So don't skip all these processes that I'm showing up here. So do stay with me. And do you have any doubts of that? Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Yeah, I think that's it. So do try to keep up with me. Do try to do everything that I am doing right here. So on GitHub, first things first, you need to create an account if you just don't have GitHub account right now. And if you have an account, just sign in with your Google account. So we are going to create a new account. For that, we press sign up. So that it's we get the screen where welcome to GitHub. Let's see the adventure. Yeah. So we are trying to create an email. So right now, from my experience, I would like to share another useful information for you guys, and that is called tempmail.org. This is a great website. This is to get temporary email addresses. Now the crazy thing about this website is that we can literally use this mail for most of the stuff. For example, even I can create a GitHub account based on this email address. So it's crazy. It's crazy. So we can copy this email address. We can go up here. We can enter this email address because I have a personal GitHub account. I just don't wish to create another GitHub account on my personal email address. So that's why I'm giving up this temporary email. Check this website out if you are trying to, get this temporary emails for different sites, because there are many other sites who ask for a temporary email. This one specifically works with most of the sites. So it's very, very great to have this website. So, enter your email. You should enter your personal email address because you would be using this GitHub account as your personal and personal GitHub account. I'm using as this as an example. So just continue entering your email, enter a password. So I am putting in a random password. So yeah, the password's up. So enter in your password. So it would be asking for a username. I would type in web boot camp test. So there's a random name. You could use any username out there. So if it's available, you can use that. So you could put in your name. This is the name that is going to display on your GitHub account. So for example, in this, github.com, and we go in here, we search for VI music. You could see this guy, right? So this thing, this BFS fit BNM, this is the name. This is the username of this account. So this is the name that would be displayed on a public account. So please take care while filling in this username. Else, if you put in some random thing like this, it would save the. Can change the name, I guess, but it is recommended to put in the your own name. Continue. So you can either receive occasional product updates on your. I'm just continuing it without checking. Right now, they will ask for verification. So we need to, verify. They will ask around so many questions up there, like around 10 questions to verify. So we need to, add the sums to it. So this is just a random captcha. So we need to solve this and reach. No, 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 no. So you just submit, select the one that's perfect, that shows the captcha and submit so that you will get your account. Now I'm just gonna skip this because there's a lot of stuff you need to do. Yeah, but yeah, for educational purpose, let's do this. Six. Nope. 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 No. Nope. Wait a minute. Nope. 13. No. So where is it? Where is it? It's around 5. Yeah, this one sounds good. Submit. One done. So we need to do around 10 of them. Yes, that's some should happen. So I would give you time to verify your account. So do that. And after submitting the captcha, you would be good to go. That's it. Something happened up here, so I can't do this verification. That's it. So I'm copy mail. Mail. Name web boot camp test. So that's the name I given. So do this process and complete the captcha. I'm giving it time to do this captcha, complete this. Yeah, this one's cool. That's distorted. Nope. So yeah, I will give you 1 to 2 minutes time so you can complete the captcha. So I'm not gonna do this because there's no need for me to do this. So I just show you an example So I will be, I will be answering some of it within the meantime. So if you have any questions, you can ping me up on the comment section up there, and just complete your captcha as soon as possible. I will be continuing the session in just 2 minutes. So just do it fast. You can do it in 10 seconds. Just solve the mathematics. Yeah, fine, fine. Um, so if you have any questions, by the meantime, you can ping me up in the YouTube as I told you before. And yeah, that's it. So pardon me if the Wi-Fi just turns off in the middle, as I have mentioned before. There are chances that power failure is going to happen today. So if such a thing happens, just don't panic, just don't leave the classes. I would come back as soon as possible. And yeah, I do believe most of you guys have, understood the sessions that I am talking about. I do believe it is happening. If you have any doubts, yeah. If you just didn't get something, if you have any doubts, yeah, that's what I need again and again. What's topic of today's class? So we will be learning how to get started onto GitHub. Then we will download a template HTML file, and we will be editing together. And after editing, yeah, we will learn how to get started on editing different templates. Why I'm teaching these templates is because it's most of the time you will be learning on how to work with already working websites. You would need to just change some styles or stuff like that. So it's better to learn how to edit templates rather than building from scratch. And also when you're doing your projects for your course, most of the time you will need a website. So building it from scratch, it would make it so hard. So just building it from a template would make much sense. So where will we get these templates? It will same time too. Yeah, exactly. So where will we get templates? There is this amazing resource that I would like to share with you guys, because obviously I am sharing my experience up here. It's not just a random class that we will get available elsewhere. I will be sharing my experience on how I became the web. I have become a web developer. So in my one website that I would recommend you guys is Teamwagon. Teamwagon is a great website to get started, to get some cool templates up there. Teamwagon. So in here you can search for something like HTML, CSS, and when you search, we'll be getting some freely available templates out there, so you can preview the live preview of the website. And if you think, yeah, this just seems pretty site. So yeah, this one looks cool. So what you do is just go inside this and download. It's that easy. It's free, so it's very easy to get started. So yeah, do use the services. It's not just Teamwagon. There are several other websites out there, so you can just search for HTML, CSS templates, download, and yeah, you can get other mini sites, but I would recommend Teamwagon. It's just a great website. So let's get back to GitHub, right? So after setting your GitHub account, what you need to do is to get on back into GitHub. After getting your account, just search for I am hyphen JOSEPAUL. As you have guessed, this is my GitHub profile. So when you search for it, it's called I am hyphen JOSEPAUL. So when you search for it on GitHub, you will get this. We found one user up there. Click on that, you will get to my personal GitHub account. So when you get up here, you will see some stuff like this. So I have pinned this specific web dev bootcamp. This is the repository that we are going to work with today. So just click on it. Now if you just didn't get it, you get into GitHub. You just search for capital letter I am hyphen capital letter J and Josport, complete it. And when you search, you will get the one user is found. Click on it, and you will get my repository. This is my GitHub repository where I host different projects that I worked with. I have worked with the Simon game. That's just a basic game that I have made, that I have learned. I will show that. So here I have just given up here. Here you can see this is just a basic thing work with. So it's just it's a Simon game. If you just don't know about it, it's better just you just don't know. You just need to learn about it because it's not today's topic. So give me a minute. I will be right back. Hey guys, I'm just back. Just some quick stuff. So yeah, let's get back. So after getting into my GitHub account, you'll see this web development bootcamp. Let's get into this, and now we need to download this website template up here. So how we will do this? There are two methods. So if you are using Ubuntu, if you're using Mac, you can go up here and copy this link and search for your terminal, and you can do git clone and paste the link of this repository, so that after pressing enter you will download the resources. The other method is to download the zip file. It's just straight up there. So I'm doing this because it's much easier. So click on the download zip, and it will ask where I should do this. So it's in my folder. I'm going to save it, and yeah, it's downloaded. So after getting into my site, yeah, this is the zip file that I have downloaded. So let's extract it here. Extract all the extract, and you will see all the files has been extracted up here. This is the folder. Now inside this folder you will see three files. One is index, one is vendor, one is assets. So we are going to take the VS Code. We are going to open VS Code in this folder. So just right click, open in terminal, and type in code space and the full stop. I think it should. In Ubuntu, it will open the VS Code. I expect Windows would do this same. Yeah, it did. So thank God it worked. So in my VS Code, I have opened this specific folder which I have downloaded from my GitHub account, GitHub repository. So web dev bootcamp is the repository. Now after getting into my VS Code, sorry, this is not the one. Just closed it. So this is the folder which I have downloaded from my GitHub. I go to my terminal, I go in code space, and it would open the GitHub, and yeah, that's fine. After opening the GitHub, this is the file that I'm going to work on. Now, after opening this file, right, it's going to be crazy, right? You can see up here, there are a lot of lines of code up here. It is going to be crazy. Like there are so many lines of code. Just don't panic. It's around 683. It's just a normal website. It's just the basic one. So there will be a lot of other websites that you would be working on, and it's going to be larger than this. So talking about yesterday, you will be working up with big and large files. So you should work in such a workflow. Now let's open this file. We would copy the path as we have seen yesterday. We would paste it in our browser. When we press enter, we can see this is the site that we are going to edit today. So what all changes should we make up here? This is the template, and what changes would we need to do? First things first, we need to change this name of this website. Like that's a random thing. So what is the agenda of today's website? What am I going to build? Yeah, this is a tutorial based website. So here we will be dealing with online degrees, we will be doing short courses, we will be dealing with web experts, and some queries. We can ask some some questions are solved up here, and here we can see the courses available here. When we click on web design, we click on web development, we click on WordPress. The site would get updated accordingly. So we need to change this such that this is our personal website where we can buy similar courses on web development. So if you guys have any cool name for our website, you can put it on the comment section. I will be picking up the best name for this website. If you are getting some cool name, just put it in the comment section. I will be looking on. I am watching you. So let me see who's going to bring up the best name. Now we are going to build a website for buying courses for web designing and web development. That's the agenda that we are building. So we will be solving up some questions. We will be getting some answers to the questions that we are giving up, and some online deals, some info about our service. We will be dealing with this kind of uh, place where when we press this button, it would give the next stuff. And this yeah, this is the functionality that we need to make out. So what is going to be up here? So when we click on services, we will reach services. As you can see here, this thing is called a nav bar. It means it is the navigation bar. When we press different sections on it, we will be navigated to the different sections up there on the website. Team, we get to the team page. And on events, we click on the upcoming events that are going to come up. We click on register. Now we can register for this. This is a basic form. We were talking about forms in yesterday, right? So all that knowledge that we have learned yesterday will be implemented today, and we will be learning some cool stuff also today. Now if reach till here, also pin me up on the comment section. I need to know whether you are doing or not. I assure you guys, if you are not doing the things that I am showing up here, you will never learn. Just don't watch this like a movie. Just don't watch this like a movie. We are here to do this. We are here to learn how to develop our own web page. So just come up with me. Webopedia, Webshala. Man, that's straight up copy from Indian Shala. Wolfcat. That's a cunning name. Webwala. That's don't just pull on me. That's just an Indian name. That's the best Indian name. Webwala, like chai wala that you have seen. Good evening, sir. That's not a name. So yeah, good evening. WebHub. WebHub, that's just directly copied from GitHub. Just build up something cool. Just build up your creativity. Let's see. Now, just don't get me wrong. This is the most frustrating part when you are building a product. That name is just the it's just the difficult part of the sky learning. Hmm. That looks cool. That looks cool. WebSpark also looks good. Um, WebSpark just matches more to the vibe that we are trying to create. Webmaster, bro, that just uh, course era. Oh, unique, man. I think I'm going to select web shop. Mm, we are not going to buy a website. We are going to teach students. We are going to spark information to the users that are coming to our website. So web spark looks cool, right? I am going to select web spark, so I don't expect anyone to comment up there. Now if you are working with me together, please ping it on your YouTube comment section. So I'm going to select web spark. So how will we change this name into WebSpark? So we need to find where this scholar text is in our web page. For that, we will be using thing called inspect. That means we are going to right click on this text. We are going to inspect. This is something that I have taught you yesterday. Move up here. We can see this H1 tag that is called Scholar. So when we change it into web spark, and so verb and spark, and when we press enter, when we minimize this window, we will get, yeah, web spark is updated, and that's cool. So this is just a temporary update. We need to change it for permanent. So we can see up here there is this air tag that is going to, we have learned yesterday that is an air tag is an anchor tag which have a reference attribute which will be redirecting us to the link that we are giving up there. Also there is this class tag, it is giving this name called logo. So we need to find which tag has this class named logo. How will we find out? We're going to VS Code, we're going to index.html, we are going to find by clicking Control F. We will open up this find, and we are typing on logo, and we can see, yeah, this is our black sheep. This is the imposter up here. This is the guy we need to change. So here I'm going to paste web spark, sorry, web and spark. This is the font I would like to use, and save. Get back to our website. We reload, and yes, that is permanently changed. This is how we will be working on with this template. This is how we will be changing stuffs up here. So I think you have noticed the register now button just you know came down. So that is an issue that we are going to learn right now, because verb spark is a lengthier text than the previous coda. So what we are going to do, the first thing I'm going to do is to remove this type something, because it's just something that it just redirects back into this web page itself. So it is not required. So I'm going to remove that. I hope it would give enough space for register now to be up there in the nav bar. So let's get back. We need to inspect this guy. So now we get this. This is a form. We have taught about, I have taught about form yesterday. Form is, where we put in the input tags like text, password, radio button, uh, square, what do we call it? Checkbox, stuff like that. So here we have seen this is an ID called search text. So we need to find which input tag has this specific ID called search text. So we are going to copy this. We are going in back to VS Code. We are going to find this culprit search text. It is up here. What we are going to do, we are going to remove this form from our now the thing that you haven't learned is that this is a division present in our navigation tag, right? This nav bar, like this is nav, is a tag that we use in HTML to represent navigation bar. Navigation bar is the stuff that we see here. This thing that stays up here, this guy is called nav bar. So we we use that nav tag to define that. So inside this nav tag, the first thing that we got is this air tag. The second thing that we got is this another division. So what is this division doing is that this division separates the form from the nav bar, right? It stays as a different section. We have talked about this before. So I'm going to delete this complete sorry, we are going to remove this complete division from this nav bar. Let's see what is going to happen. We are going to hit save. We don't need this search bar. We're going to save. We are getting back here. We are reloading, and we can see, yeah, we are back. When we remove that, we have enough space to accompany the register now, so it is ready, right? This is how we work with our template. Now what if we need that search button up there? We need to reduce the size of the search bar. How will we do this? With the help of styles. So right now we can see where is the style.css. We can't see it up here, right? So it is present inside this assets folder. In the CSS folder, we can see this thing called yeah, it's not up here. Bootstrap jQuery CSS. No, It's somewhere up here, but it's not Flex Slider, it's not Phonosome. It all that's a weird name, bro. Just don't give. Oh no 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 no. Template Mo Scholar. That is the name that they have given. That is just a weird name to give your styles. I would rename it to style.css because it is the general name that you should give. Index.html is the general and largely accepted name that you should give to your HTML file. This should be the starting, or this should be the main HTML file that we are dealing with. Why I am talking about this is because this is easier to understand for us other HTML files up there. I'm talking this from my experience. Do try to use this conventional method. So I'm changing it to style.css. Now when we reload our website, you see most of the styling that we have given have vanished. What the hell happened right here? Like as you can see, whole this window is just looking weird. What just happened right now? This lady looks blurred. What the hell happened here? So since we changed the name of the CSS file, we need to change it where we have linked the CSS file. So where will we find this? We have explained it's this link, link uh, tag that we use to link different CSS files. It's going to be a style sheet. Now we are going to find the specific guide, this template Moscola. That's a weird name, so we are going to change, and we are going to change it to style.css, and we save. We reload the file, and we get the CSS back up here. It's clean, it's fine, it's great up here back, right? So that's how we do this. Just remember, it's the link tag that we need to look for when we are linking different CSS files. Now we can see many other CSS files up here. We can see JS JavaScript files up here. We can see web fonts. We can see vendor. Just don't look up on that right now. Just look what I am talking up here, because we will learn about this in the future classes. Just don't panic. Like there are so many files. Oh my God, what is this? Just don't panic. Just stay with me. Just look upon the files that I am talking about. So, do you have any doubts? Let me see. I am very sorry, sir. My network is low. I am unable to. Oh, that's so sad. Sahil Kali. Let's see. I think record sessions will be provided for you guys. So, VT Web. I already selected the name. So, sorry for not selecting your names. Let's get back. So we have changed like stuff like that. Now next thing that we need to change up here is this window here, right? The image looks fine. Like the image looks like someone is taking notes, someone is trying to learn. This image looks fine. So maybe we click on the next one. This also looks fine. We are trying to bring up web development. So we have a keyboard up there, so people would be typing up there, so it also looks better. And this also, we have seen a laptop. It just looks like one that we are trying to teach. So I don't think we need to change the images up there. The thing that we need to change is the content up here. So our courses, right? um, this request demo, this is here is it button. We have talked about button yesterday, the submit button. This is just an ordinary button. This is not a submit button. So when we click up on this, it just throws up something random. So the thing I'm going to change up here is I need to, when I press on this request demo, I need to go into this courses section. How I need to do this? Why I'm doing this is because we have this our courses up here on top, right? Our courses on top. So with Scholar teachers, so with Spark teachers, everything is easier. So I'm going to edit this text. How am I going to do this? Right click, inspect. So we got this span. Span is also another tag that we use to differentiate a section from the actual content. So it is similar to div that we use. So this is the span that we are going to tap into. So class name is called category. So we go into VS Code. We need to find category. So this is the imposter. We need to change the contents inside here. Right. Our courses in find, and here we are going to put in, oh, no, not that. We are going to put in WebSpark. With WebSpark, WebSpark teachers, everything is easier, right? We are changing that. Now we need to change here Spark. The Spark is a free CSS template designed by Templamo. You can see that, like, it's just a random shit. It's brought up here. So I'm going to change this text to Spark is an open platform where any can where any users can Webworks is an open platform where any users can learn about web development web development. Even if you are a beginner, we have got you covered. That's how I change the text. We get back here, we reload, and we can see the text is changed. With WebSpark, with WebSpark teachers, everything is easier. WebSpark is an open platform where any users can learn about web development. Even if you're a beginner, we have got you covered. That looks cool. Now, instead of request demo, let's see about our courses, right? So let's give it the same name as courses. So what should do? What should I do? I should see here. This is called a button. Here we have this, see this request demo. This is the same thing that we have seen here. So we're going to change that. We are going to change that to courses. So URSCS. Now we have told that a anchor tag is the guy which we give, so that when we press on that, it would redirect us to a specified location. Now, what is this? What is right now given? It's called a hash. Hash means we are pointing to the top of the web page. So if we just given here the hash, we, nothing is going to happen. It just redirects to the main page. Now what I need to do is I need to get on to this courses. We need to get to this section. So how is that possible? I right click here, I click inspect. Now we can see it is a division that says container. So that's not a thing that we need to get. We need to get this specific section that is, just give me a minute. I need to, just quit this. Sorry, I just need to hide my camera for a quick, something I need to do. Yeah, just some homework. If that's the thing I need to say. So let's get back to the session. So I need to get up here. How will I go there? So as I have told you, I go into the inspect section. Now here we can see the class name is called as section and courses. Yesterday I have taught you that if we give a space up here in between the name of several classes, we can add different classes, so that in the CSS file, right, the CSS file, we can add different styles to the same class. So here we have section and we have courses. So where is, since we have given this class called section courses, we can actually change the styles of this specific section. How is that possible? We get back to the VS Code, we get back to the style.css. We are going to search for, no, it's not a section, it is called courses. You can see here there is this courses. This is the name of the class. So here we are giving a margin top of 160 pixels. We talked about margin. Margin is a value, it's a we give, which puts a margin in the top of the the object that we are trying to move, we will give a 160 pixels of margin up there. So this is how we give the styling to the to the section. Let's go into where is that section. Yeah, we have got it. This is the section we are talking about. So that style that we have given up there will be applied to the section that this class is related to. Now we have reached up here. So we need to reach this specific class when we press this button, right? When we press this button. So how will you do? We'll get back to the button. So we go back. Yep, this is the button. And yesterday I have taught you that when we are dealing with ID, we are dealing with ID. There are IDs. We are dealing with several IDs. We need to give hash, and we are dealing with classes. We need to give dot. So right now the issue is that since we have told that we can use several class names for different sections. For example, the courses class. Yeah, as you can see here, this image tag, it has this class called courses. It is giving the style of this margin, right? This same margin is applied to this section 2 with the help of this this comment that I have given here. So if we are trying to reach this section with the help of this um, class, there are several other locations where this class is used, so the website will get confused, like where should I go. For example, if I have given dot courses of the where I am trying to access courses as a class, it will reach here, right? It will reach here, this image tag. Then we have seen course is given up here, so it will also reach here, so it will also reach here. So confusing for the website, like where should I go, man? That's where ID comes in. So ID is used to uniquely identify this specific section. So when we are talking about ID courses, it will only it will only the ID which has a value courses will only be associated with this section tag. No other tag in this HTML file should have the ID with a value called courses. That is how this thing works. So we can copy this ID, we can get back up here, and we are going to give in hash courses. What we have done here is that when we reload, we can see this button is called now courses. When we press this, it reaches up here. Yeah, it reaches up here. So the functionality is done. So that is the use case of ID, that is the use case of classes, that is the use case of section, that is the use case of division. So this is how websites work. This is how everything works up here. When we click home, what happens when we click home? When we click home, the home is an anchor tag which has an href attribute, and this href attribute will have a value called hash. So what will happen when we just give a attribute called value called hash, it will redirect to the front page itself. That is what it's doing. So when we click on services is an anchor tag. It has an href. It will be redirecting to this specific section. That is what we are doing up here. So there is no need of this video playback button, because we are not going to use that. So I'm going to remove that person. So it is this guy, it is this division, so I'm going to completely avoid that division. And yeah, that's it. Save, get back here, reload. Yeah, that's gone. So when I click courses, I will go into courses. That's it. Click home, I get back up here. So that's how everything works. So next thing is this guy, best results. So get the best results out of your effort. So that heading looks perfect. When I press that, where should I go? So it should go around here, right? This is the section where it should go, because we are seeing 150 plus happy students. We are seeing this much course hours. These are employed students. These are the experience. Like, these are all the statistics that shows about the website. So get results out of your effort. So with the effort that we are giving, this is the result that we will get. So I think when we press that button, it should reach here. So how to reach here? We can right click, we can inspect. We can see this is the div. It has a class, but it doesn't have an ID. So that is concerning, because that division is present inside this section. So reaching here would be a little bit complex. So stay with me, stay with me. So let me see if you have any doubts up here. No, no doubts. So if you have any doubts in anything that I have done here, please ping up there on the comment section. Let's get back here. So how are we going to reach here? We need to get back to the courses. When I search for here, I can see there is this section called courses. In here, there is this division, right? This is the no, this is not the division that we are talking about. When we scroll much more to the bottom, we need to reach this specific text, happy students. So I am going to select this guy. So yeah, I think it's better to search for happy students. Yeah, I got this. This is the text. So this is the division. Count the happy students. It's the one only available. Course hours, employed students. Yeah, so this is where I need to reach. The place I need to reach. So I am going to give here an ID tag. Sorry, ID attribute to the div tag, so that I am giving it called I am going to give it results. So up here I am going to give it results. So this is the name of the ID. So now we need to get back up here, right? We need to get back on this effort. So we search for effort, get the best result for the effort. So this is the A tag. This is the specific anchor tag that we need to go. So here I am going to give in results and save, and when we press in here we get results. So I'm going to change the name of the button. I'm going to change the ID of the button. So let's see what is going to happen. We reload the website and we go up here and we click results. We reached here, right? We reached the results section, and this is how we work with the website. So when we get back to home, when we click on the results, we reach here where the results of our website is shown. That's cool, right? I do believe this is cool. This is how this website works. Now we need to change best results. Now we need to change this text. So this is the text we need to change. This is the p tag that we need to change. So we are going to select him and get the best results out of your effort. Um, our classes are built upon experienced our classes are taken by experienced developers, so that if you could put 100% effort for the classes, you can reap better results. Check for the results that our website has made. So now I do believe that you guys learned how to add a division to a section and to navigate to that specific section, right? This is the text that I have changed. I reload, and yeah, all classes are taken by experience developer. Yeah, it's back, and I just don't need the button that is up here, so I'm gonna remove him. Save. Oops, save, and yeah, it's back. We get back here. Yep, this is shown. Now, when we get to the next one, we need to do the same thing, online learning. So I do believe it should navigate up here, the services tag, right? I think it should go up to the services tag because, yeah, why not? But before going to the services tag, personally, I would like to navigate you guys to the upcoming event so that people could, you know, participate in different competitions and earn their skills. So I think I would give that. So I'm getting here back instead of online learning. I am giving um, online competition, online events. That's what given up there, right? It's called online events. So it's online events. So online events um, helps you to complete your knowledge. No, complete your learning. Yeah, that's just random. So the text I'm going to add up here is that um, with the help of online events, you can compete with the fellow students and you can compete with the fellow students and thorough your learning thorough your learning. Uh, check out available right now. And the button that I am going to change up here is this guy. It is events, and it should be redirecting to which ID. It should be redirected to events, right? It should be redirected to the events. So which ID will it going to be using? So I go to inspect. I go into this division. I got this ID called events. So this is the ID where I need to navigate. So I get back to my VS Code. I put in this name, save, get back to our website and reload. Go back to our home. We can see this is the last slide, right? It's online events help you complete your learning. Help of online events. When you click on events, we will go into the upcoming events section. Cool, right? It's cool. Like this is how we navigate around our web page. Now, yeah, I need to remove that button. Yeah, that's it. This is the basic editing that we have done for our friend website. I do believe you guys are working along with me. I do believe you are trying out with me. Now, let's experiment something else, right? We need to, now we are just working with the index.html file. Let's work with the css file, right? Let's change some of the styling elements up the on the website. I would recommend not to change the alignment of these elements up here. Why? Because the that's the main point of downloading these templates, right? It's because when you download your template, everything would be aligned in the perfect space, like everything would be aligned in the perfect section, so it would be much easier for you to work with these guys. So now let's get to how to work with styling, right? I am going to style this so that this violet color, this button is going to display in white color. Let's see how we will do that. When we right click on this and inspect, we can see this is a division called icon, right? Inside we can see this image which shows up the service, which has the content and stuff like that. So this is the class called icon. That's where we need to go. So we are searching for icon. We got 7 classes that's named icon. Let's see which all of them are there. First thing is this online degrees. Next one is this icon. Next one is this WebEx. So we got around 3 of these guys, right? So which is the next one? Social icons. So since it's social hyphen icons, the changes that we are going to do in the icon is not going to affect up here. So here is the same situation. So what we are going to do is to tap into this specific class inside the CSS file and change the color. So let's copy this file. We go into this style.css. We are going to find this icon inside this style.css, and we got this thing called icon, right? So up here we can see, right, this icon class is not the reason why the color has been changed. So how will we determine? Let's see if there are other icons present up here. Here when we reach here, this is search icon, so that's not the thing that that's going to affect us. But icon button, nope. Icon button, nope. We got icon and image, nope, that's not where is going to affect us. Yeah, found the culprit. This is the guy that is changing our color. So now when you see here, right, we can see 3 different classes. Why? How do I know that it is class? Because it is using the dot in front of the name of the class or ID. So since it used dot, sorry guys, I'm just having a throat, just some kind of throat infection. I don't know what is issue is. I do think it's because talking non-stop. So from my experience, one thing I would like to share with you guys is that our teachers, like we have been in different other classes. I have been in different classes. I have been learned. I have been in my college. I just didn't give enough value to the teachers. But the thing is that it is not easy. No, it is not easy to continuously speak just for 2 hours. So just think about our teachers, like especially when in your 10th standard you would have these math teachers who would be taking nearly around every single period. So that's around speaking for 7 hours daily. You does you do you think like how hard would it for them to speak like that in in this situation right now? I do understand the pain that they are going through when they are teaching through. So do respect your teachers. This is just from my experience. This is my advice that I would like to give you guys. Just respect your teachers. They are giving up their effort to teach you on something new. The thing that they might be teaching might not relevant to you. The thing that they might be teaching might be out of syllabus. They might be teaching something that's completely irrelevant, but just respect uh, the effort that they are giving. So yeah, let's get back to our session. Let me see if you guys have any doubts up here. Did you posted up any doubts? No, no doubts up here. So let's get back to our session. So we have seen 3 different classes up here. One is called services, one is called service item, one is called icon. So all these 3 different classes that we are seeing here. This is a feature of CSS so that we are specifying the icon class that is situated inside this service item, right? So service item, I would show this in the index.html. Let's see here, right? So when we are seeing here, we are having this waterfall dome model that we have discussed yesterday, that the HTML and CSS looks like a waterfall model, so that there would be something on the top, then we would reach the bottom part of the waterfall. The first div tag that we see here, it has this class called services, right? So we are selecting this class called services. So that's the first class that we have selected here. Inside this service class, we are going to select the next class that is called service item, right? We are not selecting these other divisions, we are selecting this specific service item, and inside the service item we are selecting this icon. This line means services. Inside that we are looking for service item, inside that we are looking for icon. Why we are doing this is because we will be dealing with this specific icon, right? We will be dealing this with this specific name of this class icon with in different other tags, right? We'll be dealing with the same icon in different other tags. So in this situation, we are taking, we are specifying to the HTML file that we need to select these classes in the specific order. So this complete values, right, this complete styling should only apply to the class which is which can be navigated through this specific order. It is applicable for anything else. So in here we can see like the services class, like we are taking the division that is associated with this services class. Inside that division there would be other many other divisions. From all the divisions and all the sections, all the all the other stuffs inside there, we are selecting the next guy, so the next division which has this class called service item. Now in the service item we are going to select the next class which is called the icon, and inside this icon, inside this icon tag, icon seems here, this icon is related to this division, right? So now we are going to take image tag present in the icon, the division tag which has this class called icon. Now this division tag which has this class called icon is situated inside this specific division that is having a class called service item. Now this service item division is situated inside the other division that is called the services. Now to take this in mind, why we are doing this is because we are specifying, we are selecting this specific, we are selecting the specific image tag from this division tags. This is one of the features, and this is one of the main features of why we are using this div tag inside this HTML. We can specify, we can select, we can tap into these divisions, and we, because of this waterfall model, we can go deep inside each division. So here we can see, oh shit, here we can see inside the icon division we are selecting the image tag. This is the image tag. It's not a class, it's not an ID, because there is no dot or there is no hash in front of this. So that means this img is going to be a tag. We can see this many other places, so that's why I just talked about this. So this tag will have a max width of 86 pixels and a transition. So I am defining this again is because it you should learn this way. So we are going to change this background color right now. I wouldn't recommend directly going to change this because we might miss out on this color. So just comment that out. What is comments are the lines of code that would not be accepted as an actual code by the file. So I'm pressing control and forward slash. So it makes a comment. Now if that combination is not available, you can go to edit and this. So this section will be commented out. So what happens is that this background color, the value won't be accepted by the HTML file. So when we get back here, when we are going to give a new background color, it is going to be this azure. No, I would prefer much more like this kind of color. This is the color that we are going to set. You are going to save this file. We get it back here, and when we reload, the color have been changed. This is how we, we work with the CSS files in this HTML. So now the thing is that the icons, like the divisions that have the class called icon, have only changed. That icons have only changed this color. Nothing else in this website have changed into this specific color. So keep that in mind when you are working with your website. When services we can change this color, we got to see this color has been changed into this. So I think it's better to put in the thing called white. Let me see, let it be white. Back here, it didn't work. Why it didn't work, I just don't know. Like I would prefer to give these RGB value. Let's save. Let's get back here and reload. It didn't work. um so let's give it another color other than white. So I think it's overriding somewhere. So reload. Yeah, that color have popped in up. So instead of this, I am going to use this kind of slightly white color. I have explained this RGB founding yesterday. So save this, get up here back and reload. Now we can see this broad, some kind of weird color. I just don't know why this happens. Let's see. I think you got how we can change the color. Reload, get the color back, which is good. Now, now let's see how we will. I would this, but how we will move this division a little bit to the left side. Let's see how is this going to happen. If we work more with this files, it is going to make this very bad looking. So just keep that in mind. Yeah, nothing new. So how we will move this specific section to a little bit of the left. So we are going to see which division is holding, which division is holding this complete section, right? This complete section, how can we access this complete section with the help of division or section? How we will find it? Just right click here. Why am I right clicking here is because this is the place where this whole section will be selected. If I am going to right click up here, this violet color thing would be another division, so we might not get it. So let's see, you're right clicking up here, we are going to inspect. As you can see, we got this division up here. We need to select this specific guy. This is the person that we need to select, you can see, right? And there is this another tool that I would recommend you guys to use is this arrow. Select an element in the page. So when I click this and I hover over this element, I can get select this which which division is this thing is talking about. So when I hover up here, I can see this division dot row. This is the guy which is dealing with here. So this is the division that is being changed. So let us temporarily move this division and let's see what is going to happen. If I would recommend doing this is because in such a way we can understand what should be changed, right? When we give when we temporarily first move, we can understand which should be changed, so that the expected output is occurred. Then after that, go into the main file and permanently do the change. So in this inspect section, how we will temporarily change, move this division to the left. We go into this right side of this inspect section. We scroll down, and you can see here. Yesterday I have taught about this margin, about this border, about this padding and stuff like that. We can see up here, this margin is the stuff that pulls this tag up a little bit from the left side. Now, what is the difference between margin and padding? Margin and padding by border, that is the main difference. So as you can see here, border is the it defines, for example, this is the border of this specific division, right? This is the border of this specific division. When we give padding, it will make this much space blank inside this division. For example, if I give padding, as you can see here, this blank space that we can see up here, this thing was occurred because of padding. So I give padding left, so everything inside this division would be moved a little bit, this a specific value from the left side of this border, right? So if I give padding right, a specific value would be shifted from the right side of this border. That is how padding works. Now, what is the change margin? The value would be changed outside of this division. So this section, this blank space is occurred with the help of margin. So that is how this works. So right now I am going to put up this margin up in the right side, right up in the right side. When we put in the margin for this complete division, I do believe this section would move to the left. So let's temporarily move that. So let's change this margin value to something called a 10. Press enter, and let's see what change has occurred. I couldn't see any difference. So yeah, let's crank that up to 100, and let's see what difference has occurred. I think you noticed, right? When we reload this website, you can see the difference, right? The space that was available here changed. When I change this to a 500, you can see the difference. You can see the difference, right? That's how much it has changed. So now what is happening is that when I am giving this margin of 300, like everything inside this, right? Everything inside this division is being changed. The whole content is not being changed. So we have selected the wrong division from here. So just let's just reload, get back to our inspect tab. We need to change margin for this division. That is how we that's how we identify which division we should change. That's why I told you, first you need to change the value temporarily, then go back into, if you are okay with the results, go back into the original file, the main file, and make it the changes permanent. So right now you can see here it's 104.5 pixels margin is being applied. I'm going to crank it up to 300. Let's see what has happened. As you can see, yeah, the content up here has moved a little bit to the, we have given margin up to the right side, so the contents have moved a little bit to the left. What if I do give margin to the left? So content should move to the right side, right? I'm going to give a 200 margin to the left, and we can see the content is kind of in a weird situation. I need to move 200 from left, I need to move 300 from the right. So this size of this div is large, so making this is going to be difficult. So yeah, that is the situation. I'm going to crank it up to 100. Yeah, I think it is a much better situation. Like changes are happening. If you look really close, you can see the difference. When I reload this website, nothing has changed, right? So instead of this 104, I'm giving in 400. Let's see what have changed. As you can see, the whole division has moved a little left. It's just not this content. Everything inside this have moved. This is how you alter. Now we have only changed it temporarily. How will we change it permanently? So this is the change that we have done. The margin right 400. As you can see here, this temporary change has happened with the help of inline CSS. So with the help of inline CSS, we have added this specific style to this division, which has this class called container. Now we need to find this container inside the inside this main file. So we are going in here. We need to find this container. That is the problem that we face right now. There are several other divisions that has the same class called container, right? So if we change the value of container, it is going to change the value for every single tag. For example, every single division that has the class named container. So we shouldn't change the container. We should identify which container we are talking about. We are talking about, no, not happy students, no, not this guys, latest courses. We are talking about this section, right? We are talking about where shall we begin? Is that right? Where shall we begin? Yes, that's exactly right. So that's the ID. That's the thing that we need to change. We can see there is this division called about us. About us is the division situated on the top of this division tag, which has the class named container. It's about us. So let's see about whether about us class is available anywhere else. No, this is a unique class. This is situated up here. It is a unique class. So making changes in that class is much better than creating a new ID up here. So yeah, give me a minute. I just need to work with something. Yeah, as I have mentioned before, some homework that I need to do. So I have just noticed that you guys have been asking some questions. I think we are using black mode, and maybe Dev is already white, so black BC. I'm not trying to be racist, but yeah, that might be a reason because that it's black. I'm so sorry for saying that, but yeah, visual code page is not clearly visible. So I just don't know why it's not visible clearly. If anyone else have raised the same query, I could work on that. How can I link the website with GitHub? I will be talking about by the end of the session. Let's hope the power just doesn't cut off in the middle. Let's hope we will host this website. We can't complete this website right now, but we will be showing on how to host this website up here. So for that I need an account, right? That is a little bit concerning. Let's see. How can I link the website with GitHub? Yeah. Which language used to in websites? So we will be using we are using HTML. It is not a language. That is the thing that you need to learn. HTML is hypertext markup language. It is not a programming language. It is a markup language. Why is it is not considered as a programming language? Because it is not dealing with any kind of logic. Programming languages used to implement a logic. So it is not called a programming language. It's a markup language. We use cascading style sheet. It's a it is similar to HTML. It's not a programming language, but it is used to alter the changes. And for backend, we will be using JavaScript. Backend will be taught tomorrow. So how can I join Java development WhatsApp group? I have no idea what you're talking about. HTML, CSS for frontend. Yes, Akshad Rawat, that's great. Not at all. HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React, JS are used in frontend. Yeah, not at all. You know what? HTML, CSS. Let's clear Bishesh Vlogs doubt, brother. At first, we will be using HTML and CSS in the beginning for creating this Web 1 based websites. Now, when we are more into website development, when we get into Web 2 development, yeah, we will use Angular, MongoDB in the backend. We will be using React as a framework in the front end. Why? As we can see here, like I will show you this example. In the website, right? Can we communicate with this website? The only way we can communicate is with the help of this form. What if this form is not available? There is no way we can communicate with this website. So we are working with a Web 1 website. I have told what is Web 1, what is Web 2, and what is Web 3 in the first class. So I do think you remember what it is. So other than that, there is no other way that we can communicate with the server. So this is a Web 1 based website. So when we are building Web 1 based website, we use HTML and CSS. Now, CSS has this amazing framework. Now, what the hell is this framework? Framework framework can be defined as pre-written code that we can reuse, so that we just don't need to find out the perfect styling that we perfect stuff that we need to type in case of CSS, we will be using Bootstrap, the framework for CSS. What's Bootstrap? Bootstrap is a CSS framework which enables us to import several other elements which has been pre-written by someone else over the internet. So as giving an example, this this window that you see here, right? This window that you see here can be created using Bootstrap. So I think Bootstrap, yeah, Bootstrap has been linked up here. Bootstrap has been linked up here. So it has been used with the help of you know now how will we use Bootstrap? First thing is we need to import the Bootstrap from either from our local system by downloading the contents. We will learn, if you need to learn more about Bootstrap, it's better to learn from other courses, because we need to learn a lot more in this course for that. So after importing similar, it's similar to the method that imported a style sheet, CSS file, because actually Bootstrap is also a CSS file. It will have this predefined code that we can reuse. So after importing, we can add in, this is the thing. This call LG. This is a class that is written inside the Bootstrap CSS file. So for using that inside our file, we just need to, add that class inside our file like this, call LG4. So this is a code, this is a specific unique identifier that is written inside the Bootstrap file. Let's see what's this boot, right? Where is it situated? It's situated in vendor, in Bootstrap, CSS, Bootstrap min.css. This is the file that we are looking around. So which one were we talking about? Call LG6. Let's go to find this guy inside this Bootstrap. So yeah, as we can see here, this is a large and complex file, and this have so many other guys, so many other classes written here. So you can see this is the class that's been written. Inside this class, a pre-written, predefined code is written, and with the help of importing these, we just don't need to add that into our main CSS file. So it's actually a boon to developers like us. So there are frameworks like this to make our job easier. So when we are working after completing this web 1 session, we will be working into web 2 session. We will be you know rendering the website on real time. For example, we get into Amazon or in right. In Amazon, I need to yeah, that's a pretty good word. So I need to purchase her. I need to purchase this. Um what did we call this? Yeah, midi dress, some kind of dress. So I need to add this thing to the cart, right? So when I press this add to cart button, as you can see here, this element has been added to my cart. This thing has been rendered while the website is already running. So for this is nothing. If for example, let's take this in the logic of web one. We need to add this to the cart. Like there would be this content, like this HTML code return for this file, for this product, right? How many lines of code do you think Amazon should need to make for every single product inside this Amazon? So that is going to be a hectic task, and that's where this rendering stuff comes in. You will learn that more about in the JavaScript sessions. I do believe he will teach more about that. And when we are building Web2 based Web2 based websites, we will be using these frameworks. We will be rendering websites in real time. In such situation, we will be using JavaScript in our backend, right? We will be using JavaScript, and JavaScript is a programming language. Why is it called a programming language? JavaScript will be implementing the logic that we get in our mind. For example, right? I need to add this to a cart. So when I press this add to cart button, when the JavaScript logic would work in the backend, it would work in the server side, so that this specific product should be added into the cart. That whole logic would be worked in the server side of Amazon. We are not able to see the server side because it should be hidden. That is where all logic comes in. Now, this JavaScript is actually a pretty amazing programming language, because there are several other frameworks of JavaScript to make our lives easier as developers. So one of the framework that is written in JavaScript is called React, which helps us in rendering all these live contents up in this web page. For live rendering, for you will learn it in the backend session. And another framework that we will be using is Express.js. Express.js would make our life easier to bring that logic on. You will learn more about that in the backend development session. So I believe. Oh, sorry, I was trying to purchase her dress. I'm so sorry. In this 2024, we can't do that, right? We can't purchase people of Amazon. I don't think that should be made legal by Amazon. That should be made legal. Yeah. So these are the frameworks that I was talking about. Now, about Bijesh. So right now we are dealing with Web one based websites. So we just need to use HTML, CSS, and the framework of CSS. Bootstrap. That's just enough. Now, when we are working with Web two based websites, we will definitely need other frameworks like Angular or React. Angular and React works in the same way, that renders front end websites. Mongo, it is used. um, MongoDB is a database based, it's a framework from JavaScript that is used to control databases. React JS, yeah, that's pretty much how to secure your website or web page. That's completely different topic, Aditya Thakur. I when I start to talk about it would go out of my hands, because this is a web development. It's not an ethical hacking based, uh, you know, tutorial. So yeah, that's Bootstrap projects. Yeah, these would be used when the website would need to get much more complex. Right now we are only dealing with HTML, CSS, and stuff like that. Framework of CSS. When are you using React in building? I just right now don't need React because I'm not building a Web2 based website. The when we will get into backend development, when we get into JavaScript, we will be using React. Framework of CSS. No, React is a framework of JavaScript. He will use Bootstrap. Yeah, Bootstrap is actually used in this. Bootstrap is being used in this template. Where is my template? This template used. We have seen it up here, right? These classes are from Bootstrap. Oh shit. Yeah, these classes are from Bootstrap. All these classes, and yeah, that's how we use Bootstrap. Um, can I purchase your? Can I purchase? I can purchase for your GF. I how assuming things over the internet can make you know several misconceptions about a person. Don't just judge a book by a cover. Do I have a girlfriend? Do I don't have a girlfriend? You will never know. That's a mystery. Can I suggest some unique project to do that can be put in resume? First things first, build a portfolio website. That's the first thing that you need to do because it would, you can use the Web1 technologies that I have explained right now to create a portfolio website for yours. That is going to, your portfolio website would look like the skills that you have, right? It showcases the skills that you have. So it's the first thing that I would, and then later you need to edit when you are doing other projects. Now, I would recommend. That's the first thing I would recommend. Then I would recommend you to get into Web 2. You use JavaScript, use React. I would don't recommend you guys to build much more other apps up on Web 1 because Web 1 is right now outdated. We need more developing in the Web 2 space. That's how we will become the best web developers. So I don't think it is going to be up there. So after learning backend and stuff like that, you need to start doing projects like to do app and stuff are like common. Like it's just you can find so many to do apps out there on internet. So I don't recommend you guys to do that. Personally, I would say is to solve. Okay, so I would personally recommend you guys to make something that matches your vibe. From my experience, I have started to build some random available on the internet, but the problem is that I just didn't felt enough motivated because what's the use case of just building stuff like this. But then when I started to build something that I need to solve it, I had got an actual motivation. So for example, I would show you this website that we have built. We had a team called Phaser. We have built this project for our our team built it for a hackathon. This is Shoppies. This is a website where we can find out local shops of the. Can you give me a minute? So yeah, I will show you this. Made our team is called Phaser. So we have made this website called Shoppies where we can. You need me to log in, brother. Um, let's just create an account. Name. No need a name. You can also try out this website. So this is a website where we can find out locally available shops based on your location. So we have only added 2 locations right now just for the demo purposes. So Shoppee's website, it solves a problem that I have had, and that is finding out local shops where the product that I'm looking for is to be found. For example, I am new, like I am new into Delhi, right? I need to buy a toothpaste. Like I am concerned, like where I can get a shop to purchase toothpaste. Toothpaste is like a random thing that you can available in most of the shops, but when you get into much more not so common products, it would be difficult for you to find it on the local shops. So we made this website for you guys to easily, search for on a specific location. So that's what we built. So when we were trying to build such a product, we got self motivated because we are trying to solve a problem. So my experience is that try to become a problem solver rather than becoming a random, commonly available person up the on the internet. Try to solve your own personal problems with the help of technologies like this. That's what I would recommend. And if you haven't, you need to build something before getting into such a stage. So you can use, you can build to the apps and the commonly available stuffs. But the thing that makes your profile unique is building projects like this, like the Shopee's website that we have built. So yeah, let's get back to our classes. So yeah, sir, did you win any hackathon? Did you have participated in several hackathons? And that is one tip that I would like to give you guys. First thing first, participate in much more hackathons, right? We have participated in one thing called a Vaiga Agri Hack. It was a Kerala level state hackathon. So we need to actually travel a lot from my hometown to Kerala. That was one thing that I need to do. It was situated in Trivandrum, I guess. So I need to, I need to. I had a great experience traveling, out of the state. These are just great experiences when you work with the hackathons. I would suggest you to apply for offline hackathons. There would be this beginner level hackathon, so you would get a taste on how hackathons works. So I had this great experience working on this thing called AgriHack. It was a Kerala state government conducting hackathon. So it was my team was selected in Hack for Change with offline. That's great. But that's great. So when we go into hackathons, we will get a lot of exposure, a lot of information that how actually the world works, how the technical world works. We get to meet many other people. Just don't panic with if you just are not capable of building the product that you have in your mind. Just don't be panic. Now back to the question: did you win any hackathon? Unfortunately, the hackathons that I applied and I got selected into was a little bit competitive, so I couldn't win any hackathons. But I have learned so many life rules and expectations from this hackathon. So I would suggest, even if you just don't win a hackathon, you will learn so much experience by attending hackathons. So it's a lifetime opportunity for you guys. Just attend something, even if you don't win, it's going to be a great experience. And yeah, that's it. Let's get back to our problem. Sorry, our thing here. Now this is our website. I will show you, something else that is to be modified, right? What should we edit? Like, I am open to suggestions. I would edit one thing from this website. I would show you something that you need to learn, something that so I will be editing. And yeah, let's see about that. So if you could suggest, if you need to edit something off from this web page, you can recommend me. I will teach you how to do that. That's going to be the last edit that I'm going to teach up this class. All the knowledge that you have learned here, you should implement it up in this web1 based web page. And I do believe this information is enough for you guys to make this web page your own. So do experiment with many of the or means try to complete this web page, right? Complete to try to change these images, try to change these prices, try to change this text. Like it's the same thing that we have done here, like changing the text, changing the color, and changing the for changing the image. You need to change the src attribute of the img tag, so don't forget that. If you need to remove, just remove the division completely. That's it. Now up here, yeah, this is the same thing, right? You know to change all the stuff. Yeah, that's basically it. If you have any suggestions, I would edit. So which type of projects you have built? Seems so learning is more important than winning. Sir, put your picture in tutor section. Yeah, I think yeah, I can do that. Yeah, yeah, I can do that. But if you have any other suggestions, I would also add from that. Which type of projects you have built? The Shoppies, that is one project that we have built. That is completely working, but we have only added a few locations to test. If you are trying to test the website, website, just select the location called Trishur, because one of my colleague is from Trishur. He's the guy who made, so he added that location, and as a location available. So if you're trying to look on that, just look up on that. And I have worked with Raspberry Pi. I have mentored a one-day session on Raspberry Pi. I love that tech. Raspberry Pi is a hardware. It's a credit card size computer. So it's a computer. It's a completely fully fledged computer, but it's just size of a credit card. That's it. That's crazy stuff that you need to look upon when you are working with hardware. That's the best thing to look upon. And you know and I have right now I'm working on Web3 based projects. So the same team that built Shoppies is trying to build an NFT based marketplace. So that's the project that we are right now working on. And there are other, you can just check on my GitHub profile on which all projects that I worked on. I have worked with some Python based projects. This is Phaser AgriHack. This is the project that we have built for the AgriHack that I have mentioned before. And yeah, in my repositories you can see all the projects that I have built. And yeah, that's it. And there aren't many commonly available projects in my repositories, because I do only build the projects which that takes my mind. That's it. I just don't work with some common projects. That's it. Now let's get back up here. So our guy. So Reddit valid discount in contact us div. Contact us div. Let me see about that. Where's this contact us div? This thing, right? Special offer 50% off. Valid discount. Valid. Oh, the spelling mistake, right? That's it. So yeah, that's just pretty easy. Just go to the bottom of the web page, because that's where that thing would lay around. And let's see web programming. No, no, these are the classes, right? No, contact us. Feel free. Where is this guy? Yeah, let's search for this guy. Valid. Let's copy. In the main file we can find this person. Yeah, we got him. Yeah, it's just basically just change it. Now I am going to accept Akshad Rawa's request on changing the tutor's image. So let's see, where is the tutor's image? Tutor's image is up here, right? You're talking about, right? Let's change this Sophia Rose's image and place it as mine. So let's search for Sophia Rose in my main file. Find Sophia Rose. Yeah, she's up here. So my name is going to be up here. It's called Rose Cole and Jensen. And wait a minute. Wait a minute, that's not where it should be edited up. This is somewhere else. Yeah, this is where the change. That Sophia Rose is somewhat else. This is no. Let's see where this change has happened. Let's see. Sophia. Where is Sophia? Sophia. Let's find it. This is the page of Sophia. Okay, that is weird. So where is my name? It's Joe Paul, right? Yeah, it's changed up here. So I just don't need to change up here. I need to change it in here. The Sonia guy. No, it's Sophia, right? Oh, sorry, Sophia. So here I need to change my name. So I am adding my name. So Paul, son, and the image that I am going to use is this. Um, yeah, which image could I keep? Yeah, I'm going to keep this person's image. This is a random image that I got, so I'm going to keep in his image because I can't find in a personal image of myself. So there you can see two folders called assets and vendor. It's better to place all your files inside this asset folder where this images folder. I'm going to paste in this guy's photo, and I'm going to rename it as tutor image. And getting back into my file, inside this here we can edit this inside this images folder. When I did you see that when I am typing this src, when I'm typing this image tags src folder, we can see that it automatically found out everything inside that folder. So I can see every images up there. That is the one of the uses of installing this, installing the extensions. So I'm putting the tutor image up here. So what should I change here? As you can see here in this hash, no, this hash should be changed to the actual link to your public profile. So the Facebook link, the Twitter link, the LinkedIn link, this is to be added now. um, yeah, so let's see what has happened up there. When we get back to here, when we reload, we can see the image has been changed and the name has been changed. Now the UX teacher, no, I am not a UX teacher, I am a web developer. Developer. So I'm saving it, get my here and reload. Yeah, it's changed, right? It's changed. Now when we click up here, have given the actual link to our Twitter, where to our LinkedIn, we will be redirected to that link. So when we are giving up we should also mention the target attribute that I have mentioned before in yesterday's class, and should give it a value of blank. Just don't forget about that. So this is how you are going to do that. Yes. So that's it. I think everything has been edited. Now I am going to show you how we will upload this as GitHub pages, right? So let's see how we are going to upload this as in GitHub pages. So for that, I am going to stop the stream for a little much the privacy stuff. I'm going into GitHub. I'm going to sign into my account. I just forgot the password for my GitHub account. I think I am going to create. No, I think this sign with a passkey. Nope. So I'm trying to sign in into my account. Let me see. Just hold on. Just hold with me. I am trying to sign in. Secure GitHub profile. The CV have created is crazy and the only created using HTML. Thank you, Avadi Arya. Yeah, though, so that is what learn from experience, right? Experience is the key. So I have made that website in a way that I have taught you in this class. Just I have got a template. I have downloaded a template. I just completely edited out the website in the similar manner. I just found out different divs. I just found out different sections, and that's how I made that possible. So it is just not a superpower. Like everyone who is present in this class can actually make that website. So just don't think that it's going to be only like people like us can make this. So it's not the case. Anyone can do that. That's the thing. So GitHub just yeah, let's get this thing going up. uh, Now, no, okay, I need to create a new account with my personal mail. Okay, that's cool. Um, just don't quit the classes because I am going to show you how we will upload this website on GitHub pages. Just stay with me. I am trying to, trying to access my mail. I'm trying to access my, yes. Yeah. That's let's go, buddy. Let's go. Yes, reset my password and probably yes. I mean. Just give me a second. Just give me a second. Yeah, let's go. So just give me a second, guys. Yes. So yeah, we can see how we will add this to our. Yeah, I'm sharing my screen. I think everybody is seeing this. Yeah, let's see. So I have this is my GitHub, like the something I have made. So here I am going into the web development bootcamp. This is the repository that we have made, right? Now we are going to update all these files. So I'm going to add my new files into this GitHub page. So I'm going to upload my files. I'm going to, I'm going to web development bootcamp. I'm taking all this content. Try to do this with me. Try to do this with me. Go into your GitHub. Okay. So I shouldn't do this with this, right? So this is your GitHub profile, right? Sign into your GitHub profile, and after signing in, you can see this plus button up here, right? Plus and create new repository. When you create new repository, we are going to create obviously a new repository, and here we are trying the latest coded website. So this is the repository name that I have given. No need of a description. Now we are doing this after signing in to the GitHub account. So after then giving all this data, just create the repository. Press on that. Now you can see a new repository has been made. The name that we have given up here. When I go into, this is my personal web page, right? In here, when I click on this plus button and I click create new repository, I will be able to create a new repository. I think you guys got it. Yeah, I do believe everything has got it. So now after that, when I go into the repository, the latest uploaded website, I need to upload the files that I have edited up right now, right? So I'm going to click up here, creating a new file or uploading an existing file. We are going to upload an existing file. So choose your files. So no, I am going to drag and drop my files from up here. These are my files. So I'm going to upload every single files present in this folder. So these files, all these files contain my website contents. So this is how you make a repository. This is how you make, add your contents. So right now I am making my website open source so that anyone can access this, anyone can download this, anyone can, work on this website. And yeah, that's it. So after uploading every single files, stay with me. We need to, add in a message for this commit. Commit means we are, giving it a message that this kind of files have been added. This is pretty crucial. Give it something meaningful because it is very useful when we are working with bigger projects. So I'm trying, initial commit version 1.0. So after giving the name and press on commit changes, now we can see that our repository, inside our repository, the files have been added. As you can see here, it's taking a little time to process. Now after the files have been added, next thing you need to do is go up in the settings. In the settings tab, there's this thing called pages. I would repeat, like this is how it would look like after adding the files. Going to settings, going to pages, and then we need to change this value to deploy from a branch. That's the thing. And we need to select which branch we need to upload. So right now we have only one branch, that is the main branch. So after this, click on save. So it is said that GitHub pages is being deployed. Let's see whether this site is going to deploy. Within the meantime, I will explain the steps again. This is how the files would look like after uploading it into our repository. I do believe you guys got it. After creating this, go into settings, go into pages, and here we can see the file. We have been trying to we need to change this value, this branch value, to the main branch, and we click save, so that this web page would be uploaded into the GitHub server. So inside this GitHub server, we can access this web page. Now, the one thing to notice is that if this GitHub, right, this GitHub server, how do they know which HTML file is going to be the first, which HTML file is going to be the input file, like which file which it should, sorry, which HTML file should GitHub show at first? And that is found out by this predefined name. Like always GitHub will be looking for an index.html file. It is going to be the first file that the GitHub would be looking for, and from that the GitHub understands that this is the main file, and then it would host this specific HTML file, and then the return inside the HTML file would work accordingly. So if you have given any other name, for example, mypage.html, the and when we are trying to host it on at GitHub pages, it won't work because GitHub will be looking for the index.html specifically. That's why the main reason I told you to go with the tradition on giving it the name index.html and CSS file the style.css. When we get back here, we can see that this is the link. After some time, we can see this is the link where the website has been uploaded. When we click on right click and open it in a new file, we can see the web page is up. This is how we upload our website in GitHub pages. This is just easy as that. Just a few clicks and the website is on up the server. And that's it, guys. That is everything that I would like to talk about web 1 based web development. Tomorrow session you will be going to learn about web 2 based web development session, JavaScript and stuff like that. And yeah, that's going to be cool, right? And please show how to deploy website. I think this is the exact way that we are going to deploy. And that's all, guys. That's everything I need to give to you. That's everything I need to talk about this. Yeah, the session is about and before ending the session, I would like to tell something, and this is personally from my heart, and that is, you guys are the best students that I have ever had on as a mentor. Right? Like I just when I try to take sessions, most of the students wouldn't be this interactive, even if it's an offline class. I had a great experience working with you guys, and this was all these comments that you put in this comment section. It's just it just fills my mind. It is the motivation that I get to conduct similar classes, and how to conduct similarly. And yeah, it's greatly supportive to me. And thank you everyone, thank you for joining with me, thank you for listening everything that I have been talking in this session. Thank you. And that's it for this session.
Okay, thank you so much for such a great session, Jose. And thank you everybody for joining. Let us meet again tomorrow at the same time, okay? Bye.
Bye everyone. So see you around on any other session in this world. And one thing that I would try to tell you is that tomorrow's session will be taken by a different mentor, and I would miss you guys so much. So stick around with the try to develop your skills on web 1 to the best, and then try to become a masters in your web 2 skills. Try to be unique in this large world. You just don't understand how competitive this world is going to be. So try to be unique, try to be yourself. That's what the last advice that I would like to give you. And with that, I'm signing out.